Oke, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome everyone, brother and sister in the class in the online course Permaculture, the language of nature and Islam. And now we already on the second session. Alhamdulillah, this is our second session, and then we will have the last session next week. And in this session, inshallah, we will go to the topic of the connection between permaculture and social permaculture. And we will talk about zoning, right, brother? Yes, inshallah.
Yeah, in some extent, talk about. Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, in this second session, we will talk about the social permaculture and also the zoning. And then before we start, let's say basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And Al-Fatihah. A'udzubillahiminasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Arrahmanirrahim. Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. May Allah bless this session, our meeting now together in the second session. Inshallah, it will be beneficial for all of us, inshallah. So now, the first session we already met Chef Folds, and he already share about Chef Folds already share about the language of nature, like the foundational guide to understanding the language of nature. And Chef Waltz already give also the homeworks for deeper understanding about the topics. And now we already jump to permaculture, social permaculture with Brother Hamid. So yeah, inshallah we will start the session. But before we start the topics, the material, I will share. Maybe Brother Hamid, can I share first your
yeah,
uh
yeah.
yes, your CV so I can introduce you to the participants. So here is Brother Muhammad Hamidur Rahman, coordinator HATSI Asia. And Hamid, we call Brother Hamid, embodies the synergy of technical expertise and sustainable practice with a Bachelor Science in Marine Engineering from the esteemed Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman Maritime University. His foundation in technical discipline is robust. His tenure as a marine engineer for the Bangladesh Shipping Corporation and Basundara LP Gas has further honed his capabilities. Yet his journey didn't end with the seas. Drawn to the earth and its sustainable future, Brother Hamidur ventured into permaculture and natural farming. Armed with a permaculture design certificate from the Blue Mountain Permaculture Institute in Australia and insight from the natural farming course at Smell of the Earth Natural Farm in East Bengal, India, he is deeply entrenched in initiatives that aim for a harmonious coexistence with nature. His collaborative projects with the Bangladesh Association for Sustainable Development and his involvement with Permaculture for Refugee initiative for further underline his commitment to ecological balance. He is also a certified permaculture teacher with a permaculture teacher's training certificate from the Permaculture Association of Britain. For Heartsea, he is currently coordinating projects in Bangladesh and Indonesia, which is jointly called Heartsea Asia. So that's the introduction of our brother Hamid, and a little bit. So Alhamdulillah, we already met in person with Brother Hamid. So Brother Hamid, he went to Kebun Hanif in our place in Indonesia for I think for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Yes,
three
we
weeks.
stay in Kebun Hanif, Alhamdulillah, for 3 weeks, and then because uh, we we get to know Brother Hamid get to know Kebun Hanif, and we get to know Heartsea and its mission and vision, and we get to know Sheffield. So with the discussion and the same value and then the same mission, Alhamdulillah, we arrange this online course and also we arrange inshallah preparing for the international retreat. Also in the international retreat will be Brother Hamid, there will be Sheikh Falls inshallah, and also Dr. Adi Setia from Malaysia, and then Afif, the founder of Kebun Hanif, and the end there is another speakers and key people that will be participated in this international retreat inshallah. So that's maybe the introduction for Brother Hamid, and now he is already with us. So, Brother Hamid, the time is yours.
Jazakallahu khairan, sister. Uh, Let me just share my screen. Okay. Can everyone see it? Okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. I praise Allah for his actually for his chance, for me giving the chance and everyone giving the chance to actually attend this session and make it happen. So today we will talk about permaculture and social permaculture, and also we'll actually talk about it from Islamic perspective. So now our course is going on, and we are at the second session of the course. So permaculture, the language of nature and Islam, the perfect Mizan. So today's topic, it was named in the in our posters in a different way, but yeah, when I was actually preparing it, I thought, okay, it needs a rename. So the name is now for me is permaculture, social permaculture, and Islam, aiming for the Mizan. So this is our week 2, and I'm Hamidur Rahman. I'm with you all, and I'm joining you from Bangladesh. So let's get into our session, Bismillah. So topics, all the topics in the session, I will discuss about. It will actually answer these 5 questions. So the session is actually consisted of actually 3 parts. So at the first part, I will talk about what is permaculture. And also at the second part, I will go to what is social permaculture and why social permaculture, and also how it relates to Islam. And at the last part, I will actually go with why do we need to see it from Islamic perspective. So these 3 parts will go on. First part will be a bit less, and we'll have a break. And in the second part, it will increase a bit, and the third part will be the more bigger one. So that's the design of this session, inshallah. So throughout the session, I will try to answer these questions. So let's begin. So, the course is named on permaculture. So the name comes first, and let me just increase the screen. Okay. Okay. So, what is permaculture? Like from different books and different speakers, different permaculturists, we can know many definitions. But the most common definition is permaculture is a design system for creating sustainable human environments. So sustainability and design system is the key word. So next, the thing is the word itself is a construction not only of permanent agriculture but also of permanent culture. As cultures can't survive for long without a sustainable agriculture base and land use ethics. So not only permanent agriculture, where this word also means permanent culture. So with the permanent agriculture, we always aim for permanent culture. We will just keep these words in mind and we will go forward, inshallah. So next one. So these are all just defining permaculture and just how actually permaculture, what is permaculture actually is. So permaculture sees the natural system as a teacher and observes the patterns in nature. And also, as the natural system is regenerative, we apply it to the human system. And next one is also we apply it to an existing system to make it more resilient. So the thing is, we as a natural system, it is regenerative. We apply the rules or the principles of nature and also how the natural system works into our human system to make it also regenerative. And also, we apply it in an existing system to make it more resilient. Then, the essence of permaculture is relationships. And if we say holistically, permaculture is the relationship between different things, maximizing the benefit of relationships. And also, it is a cultivated ecosystem. So we actually try to mimic the ecosystem, the natural ecosystem, which is sustainable. And we try to apply it in land-based systems. So that's why we call it a cultivated ecosystem. So this is a whole picture how we actually go through permaculture. So permaculture provides a set of ethics at its core and principles to guide us, techniques that assist us, and methodological steps in a design process to achieve our goals, and also a call to action. So from ethics we start, then we have also principles, also we have techniques, we have design, and also we have action. So without an action, a design is nothing. So my whole lecture will go in that sense. So I will explain social permaculture also from these from the picture also. This is the flow of my lecture. So let's go to the ethics of permaculture. So these are the ethics of permaculture. The three ethics are there. We follow these ethics. But yeah, I'm just showing it now that art care, people care, and fair share, but I will explain it later. So these are principles of permaculture. I will just read them out, and I will explain them later. So so here at the first, the principle is observe and interact, then catch and store energy, obtain a yield, apply self-regulation and accept feedback, use and value renewable resources and services, produce no waste, design from patterns to details, integrate rather than segregate, use small and slow solutions, use and value diversity, use ages and value the marginal, and last of them all, creatively use and respond to change. So these are 12 principles of permaculture. These are given by David Holmgren, who's the actually co-generator of permaculture system. Uh, so from the picture, we can see from ethics, we are going to principles, then we are designing. So for a powerful design, we need permaculture ethics, permaculture principles, and other placement methods and tools like sector and zoning. Next slide. Okay, now we are coming to zoning. These are actually techniques, we can say, or these are placement tools. This one we use it to actually according to relation to human movement and also according to time and energy. Actually, like if you place something which needs like more time from you, you place it always nearer place to you. So also where you need to put more energy, you like place it to nearer place to you. So that's why you can see in the picture also we are zoning. Actually, we are like a vegetable garden. We zone it, we place it very near because it needs a frequent frequent visit from us, and also it needs more energy from us. So we place it near. But in zone 5, we have natural forest system. So that doesn't need that much time. It will maintain itself. So that's the basis of zoning, that placing things in relation to human movement. After that, designing, and there is also sectors and other things, but I'm not going there because in our third session, Brother Afif, I think he will cover it more. But I'm just presenting the ideas so that I can build it for social permaculture. So next one is design and action. So we design and we go for action. So this is a design. This is a permaculture design. So you can see it. It has aesthetics, and it has actually followed zoning and also ethics and principles. But this is for land-based thinking. But now we will go to all social permaculture. Before that, just we'll set up a bit for 2 minutes. So I'm just taking a break for 2 minutes. So everyone, if you wanna have some water, take it, please.
Sure, sure. Okay. So, for this 2 minutes break, maybe for the participant who is standby on the phone or on the laptop, I wanna ask like a question. How for each of you participant, where do you know like you where do you begin to know the permaculture? Is it through like a design course, the PDC permaculture design course, or is it through the YouTube or from social media or WhatsApp, sorry, or Instagram or any other social platform like information platform? You can share your permaculture what should I say, like the starting point of your permaculture journey on the comment below, on the comment section. From Brother Ahmed, I heard about it in Telegram, mashallah. So, from Telegram, I think there is like quite many discussion about permaculture. Yes, and then from Sister Fatiha Begum, YouTube and Heartsea. So, Sister Fatiha, it's already know Heartsea and then already seen the YouTube, the Heartsea videos about YouTube and about Sheffield lecture. And then Sister Hasina said, I heard about it online and YouTube, mashallah. So, mostly hear from like the social platform like YouTube and then Telegram. So yes, thank you so much for the answer.
Mm,
Alhamdulillah.
thank you so much. Okay, so this is our first break. We will take another break, but after this session of social permaculture. So all permaculture is social permaculture. So now we are entering into social permaculture. So from land-based permaculture thinking, we are trying to apply it in social realm. So permaculture has evolved from being purely land-based to involving people in land-based systems to thinking about the invisible structures within community groups. The next evolution has begun to take permaculture into the heart of all our people-based systems. There may come a time when the word permaculture becomes obsolete, as it becomes ingrained in our state of mind and behavior to think in an integrated systems way. So similarly, perhaps we will no longer need to label food as organic because all our food is grown in this way. So this is a quotation from Lovi McEnroe. She has a very interesting book on social permaculture, which is called People and Permaculture. So the thing actually at the last session, Steve Foles was also discussing that yes, maybe these terminologies, permaculture or regeneratives and other things, maybe it won't exist, like organic food. It won't exist in the future, and we hope it won't exist. But yeah, uh, maybe many people have many vision, but from Islamic perspective, we think that yes, only the term Islam will actually stay, and we will guess get used to Islam in every realm of our life. We will get Islam in every realm of our life, and this is our vision. So the thing is, uh, these systems, this systemic way of actually like farming a land-based system through permaculture and these ethics and principle, we try to apply it in human communities and human social structure. So this is what is important, and why we are doing it. Let's see it in the next slide. So uh, before why we are doing it, how we are actually doing it, and why permaculture is actually accommodating uh, from from land-based thinking, it could go to social thinking, or it could go to economic thinking, or how Islam could actually relate with permaculture. The thing is, this simple word, that systems thinking. This is the actual thing we can say. This is the thinking. This is permaculture way of thinking. And if we say, if we see Islam also, Quran also, it works as a system. So it is a systems thinking, not a linear way of thinking, not a reductionist way of thinking. But how modern secular world or Western world has designed our thinking is reductionist thinking. We think in isolation. We become like a specialist of something. So we don't see relationships in anything. So how we also perceive now Quran is also like that. We go to part and parcel. We don't understand Quran as an ecosystem. So this thinking, so just for our uh, like concentration, and this is the core. This should be the skeleton of these subjects: social permaculture, permaculture of Islam. That the systems thinking is the core. So we apply this systems thinking in different sort of subjects. We apply it in social realm. We apply it in economic realm. So now, uh, if we know how we should have to think, so now let's actually implement or see the ethics principles and the design tools of permaculture through social aspect. So art care. So for art care, for land-based thinking, art care is the first of all. This is the priority. So if we talk about art, we talk about also about people, but mostly we talk about the soil, the microorganisms, the animals, the trees. So these things, they need to be looked after, and we shouldn't actually think ourselves as the master of it. We are the coordinator. We are the guardian of it. So from art care, there is the second ethics we will talk about. It is people care. So people care, actually, social permaculture mostly focuses on people care because we can see that whatever environmental effects we are now seeing, it is because of human action. We can blame human for this because we are keystone species. So if you are a keystone species, your behavior actually affects other species. Your behavior, your work, your action, your way of thinking, it affects. So, and we can see it's affecting. So the thing is, where if we want to actually change it, because humans emotion, humans intellectual, so human also free wills and other things. Like human has its own nature, so we have to reshape it's thinking, because the way we are thinking now, this reduction is thinking, not thinking in a system, is affecting us. So first of all, permaculture, social permaculture, is focusing on people care. So if we actually uh, for people, if we actually imply social permaculture in people care, we can see that healthcare and education system is also a part of it. We can also design healthcare and education system. Next one is fair share. So what is fair share? Fair share actually promotes equity, justice, and abundance. Okay, so it is also for now, it is also for future. So from Islamic perspective, we can say the concept of zakat and actually that the system of economy. So fair share mostly actually works in the social realm also, but also if we actually use permaculture way of thinking or permaculture design for economic system, then fair share will be the number one system. Also, we will focus on people care, but yeah, fair share will be there and it will be the priority. So fair share actually it has two aspects. First of all, uh, it actually teaches us to live within limits, to actually reduce our consumption. Okay, so we are not exceeding natural boundaries and not exploiting people. Also, the second thing is if we have surplus, we actually we are not keeping it to, we are giving it away to others. So we are redistributing things. So next one is permaculture principles. So permaculture principles. Why principles? Ethics provide us with the reasons. So we want sustainability, but the thing principles uh, they point to how to do it. Okay, so we want sustainability. This is an ethic. Okay, but how to do it? This is principle. Okay, so like they can be these principles can be applied in any sort of system, like soil improvement, or to health, or transport system, or communication system, or social system. So uh, ethics is constant, but principles, okay, it varies sometimes because in permaculture also, if you actually look for it, you will see there is different principles. You will with every bit of permaculture is they have different sort of working principles because uh, principles they have some sort of context. It works with context. But the thing is, without ethics, principles won't work. Okay, principles could be manipulated. Okay, so ethics are important. So ethics and principles, this works as a filtering system. So if you have some sort of idea, okay, if you have ideas of business ideas or economic ideas, how you can understand that this idea it is enhancing people, or it is promoting people or land, or it is diminishing people or land. So you will understand it through actually seeing your idea through ethics and principles. So this is a very important one. So why we are actually having ethics and principles? Why also in Quran we see principles? Okay, because these are filters. These are actually these are frameworks, or these are the tools you use to actually understand what is wrong or what. Okay, so next slide. Um, some principles with environmental and social examples. So now we will see that these principles, the principles of permaculture, I have just read them. But after the class, I hope everyone will look into it, that what these principles are and how they are actually working. But now I will show some examples that these principles you can apply it for environmental use, and also you can apply them for social system. So first, a principle I have chosen is catch and store energy. So catch and store energy. So environmental example could be that plan your home to catch sunlight in winter. So you're planning your home to catch sunlight in winter, but it has also a social example, like record oral stories. So oral stories means, okay, that there could be some informations from your past generation which needs to actually go on. So you are actually recording. Also, we can refer to hadith, that how hadith has actually come to our place. So it has a chain. It has been restored verbally, and also it has been restored in writings. So this is a very good example. Then value the ages and the marginals. So valuing the ages. So ages are place where two ecosystem actually meet. And also this is the marginal place. We actually forget this place, but these are the most effective place. So what what could be the environmental example is look for age spaces to increase abundance and diversity. And social example could be work with everyone, welcome difference. Okay, so next principle. Next principle is creatively use and respond. So, like plant trees that will do well in warmer climate. So you are using creativity. Like you are not planting something which won't do good in warmer climates. So this is a creative use and response. Also, socially, we can have we can see the example that see opportunities to change. So to change, see the opportunities. So you are creatively using and responding. Next principle I have chosen is problem is the solution. That's the best principle for me. I like this uh, principle so much because we can see the example also, that environmental example, that you don't have a snail problem, you have a duct deficiency. And second one is social. You don't have too little money, you just lack a good budget. So we can see that, yes, it has a positive way of seeing things. So it's positivity. Also, we can discuss that how we also see this. Uh, we often think that like this world doesn't have abundance because we see hunger, we see every way that Africa and other continents, Indonesia, Bangladesh, they are becoming poor. But some people, US or UK, they are actually getting richer more and more. Why this is happening? Because this is happening, yeah, because there is no redistribution of things, or you are not doing fair share. But if we actually calculate the whole amount of money and the wealth this world have, this is actually abundant for it. So there is a way of thinking that, yeah, somehow you can think that, okay, I don't have that Bangladesh don't have anything, or these countries don't have anything. Actually, it's not like that. For this whole world, we have abundance. Allah has given abundance, but the thing is how you are seeing it. Okay, so so here also permaculture or in Islam thinking, that we see it in a positive way. We see the world in a positive way. We see we have abundance because we have Allah. But for others, they will say, okay, who doesn't believe, who will say that, yeah, we don't have abundance. I don't have this or that. So that's actually not seeing things positively. So these are some examples that how we are actually putting these principles with environmental system and social system. Next slide. Okay. So now the flow is like that. From ethics, I have gone to principles, and I have just shown that, okay, in land-based systems, this is like that. Also, we are applying it to social system. So maybe you will remember that I have talked about zoning. So zoning, we know that, yeah, we are planning that according to our time and according to our also influence, where we can actually influence. So when we apply to social permaculture, you can see in the picture that in zone 00, we are talking about individual, and that's your priority. That should be your priority, and that's why you can actually make the change. Okay, because you can change yourself, not others. Okay, so that's why you should start working. So zone 00 is the most important place. Okay, if you don't start from there, if you start from, suppose you start from 5, or you start thinking from there that natural, like you have started thinking about the world, but you can change the world. Okay, because you don't have, like, this is not the step. So you have to start from zone 00, then you go back there. Okay, then you think. So you're thinking, you are actually designing it this way. Also, your social structure, or the way of your working. Also, as a DAI, if you work, if you see these things, okay, if you work in that way, that will that will actually bring you success. And yes, God will actually ask you about where you have influence. So this is zoning in social permaculture. Next slide is, okay, zone 00. Also, this is the important one, because here everyone, I think, has some sort of a knowledge of eschatology. So like for me also, I have become interested in permaculture because of eschatological things, and how this world could be in future, how the food system would be, and how the things could go, and how Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam actually like instructed us. So off-grid living and this permaculture farming and other things, it is what actually in a realistic way we think. But the thing is, from an research from Diana Leafy Christina. She's a researcher of Eco Village. So she has a book, that Eco Village and Intentional Communities. In her book, she has written that like 90% projects of Eco Village or permaculture projects and off-grid projects, it failed, not on not because of having lack of money or technology and other things. It fails because of human. Okay, so it fails because of human behavior and human conflict. Okay, so zone 00 again is important. So you have to go through some sort of tazkiyah. So if you, as a Muslim, if you want a community, a sustainable community, it is the first priority is having the tazkiyah. Or for you also, as an individual, first of all, tazkiyah is important. So you have to have a purified heart, and I will talk about that later, inshallah. But yes, 10%, successful 10%, you will see that they have some sort of they have actually managed human conflict. Okay, so this is a summary of zones. So for land-based systems also. Okay, the book mentioned is Creating a Life Together. Creating a Life Together. This is by Diana Leafy Christian. Okay? So you can look through the book. So let's come to the topic, the summary of zones. So we can see the summaries that from zone infinite we are starting. So this is how actually we think as a Muslim, and we should think as a Muslim. So this is where we start. Okay, we have a spiritual view of life, and then we come to also zone 00, which has a spiritual connection. But yes, when we come to zone 0, yes, we can talk about the materialistic one also. How we will actually design our materialistic things. So from zone 00 in the picture, we can see we go to zone 0, we go to zone 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So This is in zone 0, we intensively use it, and in zone 5, the intensity, intensiveness, it decreases. So we have to take care of these things. Okay, we have to start from there. And why we need to start from there, we will also explain. Okay, so now I have talked about ethics principles, also techniques, okay, in like zoning and other things. But next is design. Okay. Design. Permaculture is a design system. So why designing? So we may think that yes, how I will design or how I can actually connect with it. Okay, why it is relevant to me. But the thing is, we all of us we design. Like we design our meal. So if you're cooking something, you design it to actually mix different things. Okay, so you also think about nutrition, to think about the amount and everything. So there is a lot of thinking. You design it. Okay, so also a room, also how you are actually um, like uh, like designing your or keeping where you are actually keeping your furnitures and how you are keeping. So this is also designing. Like also you can think of from zoning perspective that where you will keep um, the uh, the table, or when you are sleeping, where you will keep the water bottle. So that's a way of thinking that yes, according to your use and according to your time, okay. So according to your energy, you are placing things. So we always design. Okay, so we have that designing capability. So these designing capabilities has been given to us. So how permaculture could help us? So permaculture gives us a framework. It gives us a framework and also a good collection of thinking. This is important. It gives us thinking. It gives us a framework. So we have regenerative agriculture. We have organic farming. But the thing I could differentiate permaculture is permaculture actually gives us a framework and a different thinking. So it is organized. Okay? It is organized. So the way I see also like Islam also, it has organized system. So it works like a system. So permaculture actually it also has that sense that yes, it gives us some sort of thinking tools. We can think from our mind. Also, we can have a design. If you have a design in pen and paper, what is good? What is actually good happening to you? The thing is, whatever you can do some mistakes in your meal, or you can do some mistakes in your furniture rearranging. But if you go to a land-based system where you will like design for your family or you will design for your community, if you do a mistake, that will have a very vast impact. So what we do is we design it in pen and paper. Okay, we design it in pen and paper, so our mistakes actually decreases. Okay, so we calculate before, we plan before. So this is planning. So for planning, permaculture actually invites us to different thinking tools and also different frameworks. So you get a framework, you get a system thinking, so it will guide you. Okay, so also the design, it is important for us because we live in design. So, like I'm living in Bangladesh, or Tasia and Afif, they're living in Indonesia. Wherever we live in a design. Okay, so how the design is, it affects us. So design has two effects: that how do we live and how who we can be. So these words are very important. That how do we live and who we can be. Okay, so like uh, uh, like Olodami Ogunaike, he has said that just as our bodies, in a sense, become what we eat, our souls become what we look at, listen to, read, and think about. Okay, so See these pictures. Let's see these pictures. This is a very technocrat modern. Okay. You don't see any trees and anything. You're seeing lights. It has an effect. Okay. Also, there's these power plants. Okay, it's burning. It is creating the colors which are not actually smoothing for your eyes. Also, this one. Okay, if you go through these mines or these like graveyard of waste, because maybe in West I don't know if you see it or not, but in Indonesia, in Bangladesh, this is a common phenomenon. You can't even walk beside it, but these are common ones. So we don't know how to actually manage our waste. So waste, like Allah has prohibited waste, and He has actually like attached it with Shaitan, and He said that whoever actually waste thing, he's the brother of Shaitan. So this is a very clear mocking. So wherever waste is, you can feel the presence of Shaitan. Okay, this is a system where we can manage waste, but in nature you will go, you won't see any waste. Okay. So see this like terrible picture that poultry, um, our poultry industry, we say it industry. So these chickens, little chickens, then they don't see light in their life. Maybe their lifespan is very less because they can't even walk. So what we are doing in the name of industrialization and eating it, okay, because it is quite cheap one. See this industrial agricultural like land also. We can see that diversity is very less, and also it's like maybe a metal chip or something like that, a motherboard. So this is the way of thinking. This is what we think we actually imply. Okay, this is industrialization. So you won't see any like aesthetic things. Okay, so the thing is also not beautiful, but the thing also is okay. It's creating waste, and you can manage it. So this is how it looks. It's not that much soothing for our eyes, but uh, if this is system, this is the system we are living in. It has some sort of manifestation and characteristic. I will actually like bring them in words now. But before that, let's take a break. And if you have any question, please you can post it. Or if you have any problem to understand it, you can post it. Because we will go for another 30 minutes.
Okay, thank you so much, Brother Hamid. And this is the second break.
Yeah.
And yes, maybe in the second break, for any of you that want that has question or like want to ask something, any related to this topic, you can ask on the
Okay.
comment section. Yes, so we will discuss it on the Q&A session. Okay. So while on the break, I will uh from Sister Hasina, she asked, "Can I please see the slide on principles again?"
Okay. Let me show. Okay. So principle. These are the principles of permaculture. You can see it.
So the principles of permaculture here, the 12 principle permaculture that Hamid said before is from David
David.
Holmgren. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's already easy because what should I say? The principles already like make it more easy, and eye-catchy. I mean, like, because the principles of permaculture is also more like this is the 12 principles, the mostly
Mm,
known, the 12 principles,
mm,
but there is also like Bill Mollison principles. He also has like the principles, but
mm,
mostly like the point of
mm,
the permaculture principles is on these 12 principles. Yeah.
mm. These are mostly known, but yeah, you use from different permaculturists. They introduce different principles
Yeah. Yes.
because it is because of their like context.
Yeah.
Like Rosemary
Exactly.
Moro, she
Yeah.
has,
Of
and
course.
also like like with whom I am doing my diploma, Chris Evans. He has actually have compilation of 100 principles.
Oh, inshallah. Yes. Yeah, the
So,
principles is just make we know the framework, make the
mm,
framework easier to learn, but
mm,
it's not like strict principles that this 12 principles is like the strict permaculture principles. No, it's just like a framework because
mm,
like every permaculture teacher like has the, what should I say, like the insight and the principles, but all the principles is under the same ethics: the earth care, fair share, and people care. Yes.
mm. And also the ethics. These are actually the core things, and these are always same. You see it in every culture or every country.
Yes.
These things people follow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yes. And even for the people who's not like who don't know about permaculture, but they practice the
mm,
the
don't know yet.
lifestyle of like they practice living with nature, like living harmony with nature. They this is the permaculture, these principles is the thing that they do in their daily life. So the permaculture, the principles is based on like the fitrah. Yeah. So okay.
Okay, so let's start, inshallah. Or if you have any question, you can keep it on the chat box. So let's move forward. I will just go through uh, like this picture is important. So how I am going. So this is the picture. From ethics, we are going to principles, we are going to techniques and design, then action. So we are implying it. Yes. So there is a question. Well, I will answer it after. So here, that these ethics, principles, and techniques, and design and action, we are actually going through this framework. Is for this session also. For permaculture, I have shown that. For social permaculture also, I have shown that. But now we are gradually moving to seeing these these concepts from Islamic perspective. So let's just go to our questions. So now, till now, maybe I have actually answered these three questions: that what is permaculture, what is social permaculture, and why social permaculture. But now we are going to the fourth question: that how does it relate to Islam, and why do we need to see it from Islamic perspective? Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so we were talking about design. So this is the manifestation of modern design. So how modern design looks like. So whatever pictures I have shown, these are modern design of cities, modern design of farmlands, modern design of industries, modern design of food industries. So these designs have some manifestation or characteristics or some results. So first of all, industrialization. Second of all, it is innovation. So it has a name. Also, environmental destruction, consumerism, material comfort and ease, corruption of the fitra, and spiritual neglect. So, industrialization, we can see it, how it is actually creating waste now. Okay, and it is creating uneven economy. So for Bangladesh also, we have garments industry where a woman actually gets per month she gets 8,000 taka. So in for from dollar it could be like $80 or something like that. Okay, so this much she actually gets. Okay, so this is industrialization, how it is impacting us and creating uneven system. Then innovation. So in the name of innovation, we are saying we are going to Mars. We are actually we are thinking about extraterrestrial life and also UFO and everything. So we are trying to actually cross the boundary. Also a lot of innovations, mobile phones, smartphones, every day smartphone features are changing. So you are actually you are like designed. So your design actually consists innovation and also environmental destruction. So you are seeing destruction. We are seeing destruction, environmental destruction, and we don't care about that because the waste we create in our house when it goes out of our house, we don't know what is happening. Okay, so environmental destruction. Maybe you can feel it. We say we are seeing environmental destruction, but yeah, we are disconnected. Then consumerism. So this is consumerism, that this consumerism thinking that yeah, this is against fair share. So you won't see fair share and people get there. So you are thinking about yourself that you have to buy something, okay, because the models or someone is actually showing it. Okay, and also material comfort and ease. Okay, we want material comfort. Okay, so and also it is corrupting the fitra, and also spiritual neglect is actually is a result. Now, the bitter truth is, if we see uh, our Muslim communities in West or everywhere in the world, we are just different from others because of our rituals. Okay, rituals means okay, our five pillars and everything. But if we actually observe, we don't have that much difference from consumers, like other religious or secular people. The way they are industrialized, the way they actually worship innovation, the way they do environmental destruction and don't think about that, the way they are actually going through consumerism. It's same, okay, it's same. And also we are living, we love cities so much, like that uh, we love gadgets so much, and we love these innovation so much. Yeah, we don't actually think about fitra. We love materialism, but materialism is against your fitra, the human nature. Materialism, it never actually like recognized fitra, the human nature, because human is a part of this natural world. He is not the like owner of it. But now, materialistic world, where it has put the human, it is in in the position of uh, actually thinking that I am the owner, but we are not the owner. So it's corrupting the human nature. So if you neglect your human nature, if it is corrupted, then you won't understand God. You won't you won't actually realize. You can't even think that there is God because it is killing your fitra, human nature. So also spiritual neglect is there because this modern design system is against your soul. It doesn't recognize there is a soul, there is spirit, because this is materialism. They think about the materialistic world. They don't recognize there is a spiritual thing. So we Muslims, we every time where we are now, everyone, we are in a design which is designed in a way which creates waste, which is unfair, which is uneven, which actually worships consumerism, which worships materialism. Okay, you are in that system, you are in that design. So I have that, like my previous slide, you'll see. Okay, let me just go there. So design effect. So design has effects. What is that effects? How do we live and who we can be? Who will be if we live in a design which is this much manipulative? Who will be actually? Okay, so will we be the human with fitra, who is upon fitra, who is upon good? Okay, so that's the question. That's the question of for us to think. Also, how do we live? This is also a question. So it is actually because yeah, we are saying we can't actually control. Why we can't control? Because this is imposing something on us. This is designing us in.
Assalamualaikum, Hamid.
I'm sorry. Tasya, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, yes. We can hear you.
Oh yeah. Okay. My electricity has been.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
okay. Can
okay.
you
Okay.
like the presentation mode again, the slides?
You can see the slides?
Yes, I can see the slide, but can you make it like the presentation mode?
Okay. Oh
Yes.
yeah. So these are the questions we need to ask ourselves. So so how the design should look like, and like what should be its characteristics. So we have to design for the heart and the soul. So we know this hadith that yes, there is a piece of flesh in the body. If it becomes good, deformed, the whole body becomes good. But if it gets spoiled, the whole body gets spoiled, and that is the heart. Okay, so your heart is important. So you have to live in a design, or you have to design your life in that way that it nourishes your heart. But yes, modern system that see heart just as a as a materialistic thing, just a part of your body. Then also soul. Do they recognize soul? No, they don't. So we are actually neglecting fitra, or the primordial nature of man, which is the actually the fundamentals of man. This is human nature, and the human nature, uh, how uh, we should define it. Yeah. So this is what actually these pictures, which is smoothing for our heart and soul. So this is a permaculture farm. Also, this is a permaculture design. Now see, these are actually uh, the Muslim gardens or Islamic garden designs from the past. Right one, okay, it is in India. Also, we see that how we have designed our mosque and our palaces, everything. So this is a mosque, and this one is so. This is complete aesthetics, and also this is not waste. This is not a waste of things and money and everything. So now, and just I will just before actually ending the session, I will just connect our the second session with our first session. So in the first session, we have talked about uh, the language of nature. Okay, so in the language of nature, we have talked about 7 principles of nature. So nature has 7 principles. And also in permaculture, we are saying we have different principles, but how they connect? They actually connect. So the connection is these natural principles, they are divine laws. Okay. So what permaculture is trying, actually mimicking this divine law. But there is a problem. So the problem is now if we see that Islamic, like our Islamic ecological principles, that concept of khilafah, the concept of khalifa, the concept of Mizan and Tawhid. So we see that social, ethical, and symbolic meaning of them. Okay, that socially we can apply it. That Mizan, maintaining balance. So this is the core concept of our the course topic also, that we are actually aiming for the Mizan for today, and also seeing the Mizan between between permaculture and social permaculture and Islam, and also Tawheed, which is relationship with God, which is oneness, which actually brings us together. So you can see it, these theological concepts, these theological terms. It has some social terms also ethical like terminologies. So what we see is, okay, like social permaculture, these whole principle things. These are sometimes like from these core concepts. These also, if we want to differentiate, the thing is, it is practically when you are practically using it, and also the way of articulating it and way of understanding it. So permaculture principles, they are understood by people by actually observing the natural world. So there is a concept that in Tawhid, that actually asma wa sifat, which is a part of Tawhid. So in asma wa sifat, if God has given his introduction, or his who God is, in two ways. There is ayat kauniya and ayat sharia. So ayat sharia means the Quran, which is the blueprint. Okay. So also the ayat kauniya. So Sheikh Folks has referred also that the book of nature. So this ayat kauniya or ayat sharia. So these actually leads us to God. Okay. So now the thing where I will differentiate permaculture and social permaculture and with Islam. So Islam actually, like for us Muslims, we have to do a better job. That we are trying to understand permaculture, social permaculture. These are language and these are tools. But the main thing we want to implement is that Islamic ecological laws, which is this concept, Khalifa, Mizan, and Tawhid. Okay, so we are implying it. Uh, so the differentiation is, we have the blueprint, but permaculturists, non-Muslims, they don't have the blueprint. What they are doing it, they are observing the natural world. They are observing the ayat of God, but they are stuck in nature. They think nature is their teacher. They don't go beyond. They don't see the existence of God. So the picture is not still holistic. It's not the whole picture. So what is happening is, permaculture is still confined in some groups, and still its effect is not huge. Okay, so but if we Muslims actually start seeing it, okay, that it is a very good tool. It gives a framework. It gives a thinking, thinking framework. So, and if we use it as a tool to implement these theological principles of Islam, so then it actually brings a holistic way of seeing things, and holistic way of actually changing things. Okay, so this is where actually Islamic perspectives brings the change. It makes permaculture holistic. So for me, I see permaculture as a tool to implement that Islamic ecological principles. These are core theoretical terms. So in permaculture, you will see that yes, they are trying to mimic it, but their limitation is they are limited in the natural world. They are just seeing the ayat al-kauniya, but they don't have the blueprint, which is ayat al-sharia, which is Quran. But for us Muslims, we have actually stopped seeing the natural world, or actually observing it. How to observe it? We have to go to the Quran. We have to see that what God has actually said about the natural world, how it works, and how we should see it, and why we are seeing it. These are means to actually understand who God is and his divine names and attributes. So this should be our target. This should be our destination. That whatever work we are doing, if we are thinking we will go off grid, we will implement permaculture, we will design, why we are designing, why we are actually trying to go there. Because yes, we want to do it for God. Okay, so everything we do, it has to lead to us to God. And if we can go there, there won't be any unification. You won't see Tawhid. Okay, Tawhid means united. It brings people together. Okay, so we have to understand it. And then we will understand the concept of diversity and everything. Inshallah. So I will just end with this verse. So this verse, this is from Surah Baqarah, where Allah is saying that to the angels that He is actually sending a Khalifa or a viceroy. Okay, so then the angels asked Allah that is He putting someone that in the earth who will spread corruption and shed bloodshed? And uh, Allah said, okay, I know what you don't know. So Allah has actually given us these blessings and this, He had the confidence on His creation that He is actually creating something good. He has given human the good capacity. So we have a duty. This is the duty we have been sent. Like our father Adam alayhi salam, he has been sent, that we have to work as a Khalifa on this earth. Okay? The Khalifa means stewards, vicegerent of God. So a Khalifa's work is actually maintaining, actually coordinating the whole world, actually benefiting the whole world. So in the ethics, we can see these are core things we have to do, but not confining us only on art, people, and fair share or economy. Also seeing it with like our spiritual eyes. So spiritual eyes, heart, and your thinking. If you think in a holistic way, if you think from your heart, if it is actually combined, then you can see the whole picture and you can see what is actually happening in this world and what we need to do and what is our purpose. Our purpose is not only actually to pray, not only to give sadaqah and these things. We have to understand why we're doing it, and we have to think as a Vaishya. So this is our purpose, and this was my whole session today, from ethics, principle, techniques, designs, and action. We go in that framework, but today I have mostly gone to design part, but it's a huge subject, and I try to see or show it from permaculture and social permaculture. Like I try to show social permaculture and permaculture from Islamic perspective. I don't know how much actually justice I have done to this topic, but Allah has given me the chance, alhamdulillah. So next week, inshallah, we will see some action, because words without action is actually goes in vain. So Kevin Hanif in Indonesia, my friend Afif and Dasia, they are trying to implement it as an action. So you can see these words, these ethics, principle, techniques, and designs as an action. You can see Sunnatullah, these ecological, Islamic ecological principles. They have been manifested in their farms. I have been there in their farms for like 3 weeks. So I have seen it, that it has started ecologically. They have manifested it. Inshallah, they are also socially manifesting it. So you will see the case study, which will be next week, is very exciting, inshallah. It's going to be very exciting. So if you have any question, please post it here. And so any question you have, please now you can ask. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jazakallah khair, Hamid, for the presentation. It is very lots of insight and new knowledge for all of us. So now we are going to the Q&A session. Any question from all the participants here?
Okay, so maybe there was a previous question, right? That during this course will we be shown some examples of successful permaculture? Yes, I have. So next
Yeah,
session is on. Yeah.
yeah, inshallah. So
Any question?
yes, any question for this topic, today's topic? Yeah, inshallah this session, inshallah all of the participants here, maybe some of them already put into practice, or maybe some of the participant is getting to know more about permaculture and join this course because they want to know more, like deep. What should I say? Dig more deep about permaculture and the relation in Islam. So, inshallah, this session is the social permaculture session is so we can put it in practice, not just on our practice with nature, but also like Hamid said before, it's about the zone zero in ourselves, like how we respond to our surrounding, how we respond to problems, like social problems, or what should I say, like not problems, like challenge that we face, that we might face on daily life, like everyday challenge. So this is a very what should I say, like a foundation, like in any stage on permaculture journey. Is it like might be like on the, this is the basic for starting and on the journey, and this is the long life journey. So all this what Hamid already shared to us, this is very like a foundational guide, like how we respond. This is there is question from Sister Fatiha. I would like to share the opinion of a Muslim architecture. He said, a house without a courtyard is like a man without a soul, mashallah. Zoning should also take place in our homes. Nature should, ayat Allah, should be the heart of everything, mashallah. Yeah, Sister Fatiha. Yeah, that is really true that nowadays the courtyard, it's getting smaller and smaller, even like, even if somehow like houses has courtyard, but they don't really maximize it as a ecosystem, like living ecosystem. So by this knowledge, by this understanding and enlightenment, we hope that more people want to what should I say, like yeah, do it on action, like on their courtyard, on their balcony, or even in apartment, in anywhere, like we can do it to action. And then there is from Sister Shalma, I have an interest in learning more about planting according to moon. Is this
Yeah.
something you could touch on sometimes in the future?
This is your subject, actually.
Okay.
You should
So
teach
yeah,
future.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sister Shalma, yeah. For Yes, this is also very interesting because permaculture is like for like what should I say? Uh the Yeah, based on the Quran, like the
Yeah.
Quran already said that we need to like read, like back to our very first session, like reading the language nature to observe. So we need to observe the sky, and then we need to respond like the sky and the earth, and then this is very interesting topics because in now modern world, we are very separated with nature. Not just the earth, not just what happened in the earth, but also we are very separated for observing like what happens in the sky, because all this universe is all connected. Like we are human as microcosmos, and the universe as macrocosmos is like very what should I say, connecting to each other. So about planting according to moon is also a part of Sunatullah, part of how we observe, how we learn the Sunatullah, the what should I say, the divine law. So maybe inshallah we could touch this topic later on, but for these three topics that we will share with you guys, like in this three session, it's we don't talk about specifically about the moon planting, but inshallah, maybe if we what should I say, we will have another session. This
Inshallah.
is such a recommendation from Sister Shalma, so thank you so much for the recommendation. Yeah. But if you want to, what should I say, get know deeper about this moon planting according to moon, there is lots of what should I say, lots of source, like source to read, to learn. Yes. So maybe we can share about the source, the for reading about planting according to moon. Yeah. Uh, is there any question? Okay, if there is no and non there is no question, any other question? Maybe from Brother Hamid, do you have homework like
Yeah, yeah. I have
like
homework because
Chef
yeah.
Oats already like
So
giving? It's not homework
uh,
actually, like it's more tools for
yeah,
for
it's
all the participant to know like deeper, like
deep.
dig deeper about these topics. Uh,
Okay.
from
So
yeah.
I will post three research. Okay. So okay. There is a question or
Uh, from
research.
Sister Shalma, she said, yes, please, I am very interested in further sources for planting according to Mon. Jazakallah khair. Okay, inshallah, we
Okay.
will share. Is it okay to share
Yeah.
in the group? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll
Yes. Yes.
share
It's okay.
in the group. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. So I will post three pictures in the group, and that pictures are on first session, that the principles of a natural world, and also the principles of Islamic ecology, and also the principles of permaculture. So what we have to do is we have to connect these three uh, principles. Okay, do we see relationship and how we define it? So from Islamic ecological principles, we will connect it with natural principles and also with permaculture principles. Okay, that's it.
MashaAllah.
Go on.
So we like from the not homework. What should we say? This like yes, well, let's say homework. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah. It can make us more like what should I say? Connecting the dots between all the principles that Hamid will share on the WhatsApp group, the pictures. Okay, thank you so much, Hamid. So I think if there is no more question, this is
Mm.
our end of our session. Thank you so much, everyone. Jazakumullah khair
Okay.
for
What we can
attending.
do
Yes,
before going, just
no worries.
we will just post
Yeah,
what we have felt about the session. Okay, just in one word.
yeah.
Everyone, just in our chat box. Okay.
Oh, for everyone here.
For
Okay,
everyone
okay, okay.
here, we will just actually post in the message box that what we have felt about the session, just in one word.
Inshallah. From Sister Fatiha, she said enlightening. Jazakallah, Brother Hamid, for the enlightenment for all of us from this topic.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
If anyone else, if you
Yeah,
want.
anyone else want to share one word for this session? Interesting. Sister Hasina said it. It's interesting, inshallah. So I hope from these two sessions we already had for all the participants who are on the searching or like in the learning journey of this permaculture, like ethics and principles. I hope you are more interested because these permaculture principles is, like Hamid said before, it's a tools like as our role as the steward of the earth, like the marital art. From Sister Shalma, thought-provoking, mashallah. From Brother Raja, insightful, mashallah. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for the words, for the one word. Okay, maybe from Hamid, is there any closing statement before we end this session?
Uh, Actually, thank you so much for this session was a bit actually longer than the previous one. But yeah, please
It's
attend
okay.
the
It's our it's a bonus like
bonus. Okay,
for all
please
of
attend
us.
the third session. I invite you all for the third session because that will be the most interesting one. I hope. Okay,
Inshallah.
so thank you so much, inshallah. Let's pray for it. Okay, Jazakallah
Okay.
khair. Okay.
Jazakallah khair. Okay, then everyone. So this is our the end of our session. Thank you so much for attending this second session, and I am sorry if there is any words that not really easy to understand, but I hope all of us like. You, Alhamdulillah, everyone said this is a very insightful and then enlightening session. Hope all this knowledge we gain from this session, Allah can make this knowledge can be a hikmah, a taufik for all of us, so we can what should I say, like use these tools, use this value for uh, what should I say, like be our ibadah on our daily life. Yeah. So I think that's it. Thank you so much. Before we end, for any of you can open the camera, we can take pictures together. But if any of you cannot open the camera, it's okay. Just for uh, people who can open the camera. Okay, so we will take pictures. Everyone ready to take pictures? Okay.
Okay.
Uh, one, two, three. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's meet again on the third session, our last session, on next week,
Second,
inshallah. Next week,
second March.
inshallah. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jazakumullah khair. Thank you so much, everyone.